Magic Makers. I'm Mom Birella.
And I'm CJ Peterson. Welcome to Magic Making Mischief. Get your wands to the ready because we
solemnly swear we're up to no good.
There you go. Today we're going to be talking about Carnival Cruise. But before then, Mombi, how was your week?
Oh, it was good. I've had a little World War II workshop class that I've been doing with my son for the homeschool group. And they had a lot of hands-on stuff last time. That was a lot of fun.
Very cool. All right. Well, let's see. What am I? Oh, I'm just basically trying to recover. And I'm also doing a book blog tour for my Sands of Time trilogy series, which Mombi is going to be the voice of for the audiobook. So excited that's going to be coming sometime soon.
Working on it.
Yeah. But we're also doing, Magic Making Mischief. We have Book World at 1 with Michael Scott Clifton and I do that one. And then tonight I'm on Voice of Indie podcast at 8 Eastern Time, 7 Central. And then tomorrow at 1 or 2, we're going to be doing the Wise Ones on USA TV Global. So crazy week.
You got your schedule full right now.
Yeah, glad I went on vacation, to come back to, insanity.
Right. I think we need the vacations. Yeah. It's like we have to have that time.
But then it's playing catch up. So, it's kind of like a little bit trade off here and there. So those who saw my wand last time, I did paint it. So I think it turned out pretty well. If you guys can see it, it's copper on the vine and then teal in the leaves, and it's kind of a metallic color. So totally digging it. I showed my daughter. She goes, "That's totally you." I said, "I don't know if that's a good thing or not."
We'll go with yes.
Well, yeah, we'll go with yes.
We have your own personality, so
exactly. So Super Hubby and I went on a Carnival Cruise vacation. I did publish it under the Magic Making Mischief playlist. If you guys want to check it out, it's 15 minutes. Yes, I crammed 2 weeks into 15 minutes. That was a challenge. But basically, the ports that we went, Miss Queen, new news says hi, Mom Birella.
Hi. Welcome.
We went to Key West, which I'm wearing my Key West shirt in honor of. Key West, Amber Cove, which is Dominican Republic. We went to St. Thomas, St. Kitts, St. Croix, San Juan, Puerto Rico, Montego Bay, Jamaica, and I'm missing a port because there were 8. And I know I got 8 monkeys. When I go to trips and stuff, I get a monkey, and I got a monkey at each port, and I got 8.
You really got monkeys this time.
I did. So I'm up to monkey count right now is 43 around the house.
Oh, wow.
So it's fun. But it reminds me of trips. I can tell you where we got them from. So it's fun. So we went on the Carnival Dream. And we went out of Galveston, and that does happen. You can take that trip out of Galveston. You just kind of got to usually reserve it about a year or 2 at a time. And it's what's called a Journeys Cruise. And it was our first Journeys Cruise. A Journeys Cruise is anything that's 14 days or more. The beauty of the Journeys Cruise, which we found out, it was the easiest boarding and unboarding. So embarkation, and debarkation like ever. Reason being is because out of the 3,500 passengers, over 1,900 were diamond and platinum, which are the top levels.
So they've done the most cruises with them.
Platinum is when everybody's special, nobody's special. So,
right, yeah, that's true.
The other beauty is if you want a low kid count, the Journeys cruises are awesome. There were under 10 kids on the entire ship. It was great. Very nice, very peaceful, very calming, very relaxing. The flip side was there was no less than at least 1 or 2 ambulances at every port. So there were medical emergencies. So the medic staff was amazing and did very, very well at what they could do. And that was very nice to see because I never saw that before.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've actually never seen the medical crew. I know that they're there, but yeah, I've never seen them on a cruise.
They're very busy.
Especially on that one.
Yes.
Excuse me.
But yeah, I know we had some injuries going on. So I have a few tips regarding it. When we go on cruises, we've been on a few. Trevor's platinum, I'm platinum, and 15 more days. We get little things like hanging decorations. So instead of paying like $40 to have your room decorated, you take it with you. We got these at the dollar store. They're great. So for example, this one is like a suspended. If you look at the pictures on the video, it's got like, I think 6 or 8. How many? There's 6 pom-poms that are strung across. And then we took, there's 2 of these in a packet, and they're big balls, and we hung one on one side and one on the other.
The cheaper ones that you open up and they're big round.
You just kind of pick them apart, and we hung them up with double-sided sticky tape. But the other beauty thing you can do is, if you recall, cruise ships are magnetic. Carl says hello. So hi, Carl. Cruise ships are magnetic. So you can get these beauties. They are magnets with hooks on them that you get them from Amazon. And these are sturdy. I mean, they're like heavy duty magnets, but you can use them for a couple things. If you have a balcony or a curtain, you can use it to make sure that your room is dark at night. The other thing you can do is you can hang towels on them. You can hang like the monkeys on them. You can hang your suits on them. You can hang a lot of things because the walls are magnetic.
We actually used those on our last Disney cruise, and we had a station on the back of the front door where we hung them up, and we'd hang our lanyards because we'd have our room key things, everything in our lanyards. And everybody had their own hook, and then you'd put anything you wanted to take with you up there. And we had a little right on wipe-off board. Yeah, I love that it's magnetic. That's always really nice on a cruise.
Well, it's great because we also, what we generally get is we usually get a shot glass from each port. We usually get a magnet. And then we usually get a monkey and a t-shirt, just kind of like little things to remind us. So with the magnets, what we did is when I went to St. Kitts, you know how you get those freebies when you go from store to store with on Carnival Cruise, they have like a map and there's like little coupons along the one side where you can get some stuff. Well, we went to this one store where we were allowed to get a charm, and there was this nice picture about, 11 by 17, but flipped on its side, portrait version of St. Kitts that they gave you, which I thought was really cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So what we did is we took the magnets and we hung up the magnets we've got at the ports, and we hung up the picture on the wall and just put the magnets around it.
That's cool. Yeah.
It's kind of a great, takeaway sort of deal. Yeah. But the other thing that we like to do is we've had this since our very first cruise. It's a cube, and it has multiple plugs, and there's not a lot of plugs in the room. So this is a standard plug with 3, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plugins that you can use for it.
I've never seen that.
So we got that. That's what we take on them all. The other thing we got, which we use this time, is they're about that big. They fold up like this, so they fit in your suitcase very nicely. But when you open them up, you've got like a little box to put stuff in. So like your products, your hair products, your, shampoos, or your, not really shampoos, those go in the shower, but like your sunscreen and everything can all go in here.
Yeah, it's important in those little spaces. The cabins have to be organized. I've found because we went, anytime we went in the last few, we took our kids, and everybody knows kids are great about keeping it organized, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like I had like a certain spot for everything. I don't even understand. Hey, James Bunny. Hey.
Queen said she likes what's going on. She had nice hair, and wow, that's unique. And James, hi. Nice to see you.
I can't understand how people don't use all the drawers and everything when they're on the cruise, because I'm unpacking everything like I'm gonna live there for the rest of the day.
One thing I didn't bring it up. It squished into it's a Dollar Tree laundry basket. It literally folds up and has little hooks on each side. You just pop it open, and it pops open to like 3 feet tall. So you can just toss all the dirty clothes in there too and stick it in the cupboard. So it's great.
Okay.
Another thing that we use, what?
I gotta ask a question. So when we do Disney cruise, they have all these like themed nights, and so we bring so many more clothes than we need. And we like change halfway through every day to go to like the fancy dinner show or whatever, Do y'all do that? Do you end up with like a ton of clothes that you take with you?
Well, especially for females versus males, because you got dress up stuff going on. I usually do maxi dresses just because they're comfy. And that way, God forbid I get sunburn or something, they're still comfy enough that I can wear and not like touch me if I'm burnt. So
that's true. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't burn that easy. So it's like that's usually our daughter. She gets burned about the first day, and she's just like, "Dang it!"
Oh no.
She
Um,
hates putting on sunblock, so it just that's gonna happen.
if you guys watching have any questions, let me know and I'll answer them as best as I possibly can. Another thing that we got is it's an electric candle. It's only about 3.5 inches to 4 inches tall, battery operated, and it actually carries a lot of light. So in those dark rooms that you've got, especially in the middle of the night, if you have to go to the bathroom, you could have one in the bathroom and you can have one on the nightstand right next to the bed. And so a lot of times it is kind of bright. So I would get up and cover it with my hands so I didn't wake up super heavy. But I'm also night blind and it allowed me to see the bathroom really well.
I have contacts or glasses, so even even with them, it's like I still don't see well at night. But it's like you get up in the middle of the night,
Mm-hmm.
I can't see anything anyway.
Well, and then you're kind of disoriented because it's not your bedroom. So
Yes, that's what, with the kids, especially. Like I always brought like some kind of a light because trying to find your way, it would always throw my kids off being somewhere different. Yeah, you
yeah.
need something to kind of at least be able to see it. Yeah.
I mean, you're playing hard during the day, so you're sleeping hard at night, and this is me trying to focus. Yeah, we always like have a path cleared to the
Right.
got a spot there amongst the hanging monkeys and stuff. We also got to do Build-A-Bear. I forgot to maybe bring mine up, but they actually had a cow this year. My daughter collects cows, so we were super excited. So
Really, I didn't know that.
cow, and she has a thing about feet, so we got these little glitzy shoes to put on it, so the feet were covered. And then we made an elephant for us because he loves elephants with cute little sunglasses. So it's really unique though, because we had never been there before. They have you pick the head, which is kind of attached to a body, kind of morbid. But you pick up the head and then you go to this little stuffing thing and you have a choice of how much stuffing you want. And he just stuffs it right there. And then you go pick up your accessories. And then there are two ladies at this table. And I swear they took I don't know, some massive how to fast stitch because they stitched all of them closed right there.
That's awesome.
It was really cool. It was
Is it the first time y'all did Build-A-Bear?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah, when my kids were little, we did for some reason they were doing birthday parties there. The cousins were doing birthday parties there. Once a year we'd go up for a couple of years. So she's got probably 3 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And then she found a Build-A-Bear that somebody abandoned at a resale shop, and so she had to adopt them too.
Oh, that's my first Build-A-Bear though. I have a David Tennant Build-A-Bear. My husband has a Gandalf the Grey Build-A-Bear.
Oh, that's cool.
My daughter has Dobby Build-A-Bear. So he's actually Dobby, and you click his hand and he makes noise. He talks.
Oh yeah, that's.
So again, I had to put socks on him so it didn't scare the daughter. But
Well, at least he's free. So there you go.
he does a little sock. He cuts like a little. It's really cute.
I didn't get to use that line at Universal. I thought eventually I'd get to use the Dobby as free line. It never came up. But my daughter has an issue with feet too, so I totally can. That's why I'm laughing because I can totally understand. She's like, put some socks on for goodness sake.
Oh, yeah. They would get along great. We got to get introduced those two.
That's hilarious. I know, right?
So one cool thing that we had talked about, you and I had talked about before, was cruising ducks. So you had talked about planning one on a Disney cruise.
Okay, so yeah, actually outside of the kids club, tucked by one of the portals, there was this little pink duck with a tiara on its head, and it was like a little rubber duck, and it had a note on it. It says, "You found me." Well, I didn't think anything of it, so I showed it to my husband. He goes, "Put it back. It probably belongs to somebody." I had no idea what this thing was. So then now you got to explain what it is because you actually know what it is.
I do. And it is a thing. We found 46 ducks throughout the cruise on the 12-day cruise. And we would purposely do it because it's a great way to get exercise because you're running up down the halls, because they are not allowed in the swim area or in the food area. Everything else is fair game. So you can go search the spa, you can search the floors, you can search pretty much anywhere. The dining room, we found some, but you're not supposed to
get in on it. Do they ever put them in the kids club? Do the kids get in on it?
Yep.
Is it? Oh, cool.
There's some in the casinos. We found them. So yeah.
I forgot they have casinos on those cruise ships. I haven't been on The last few ones we did were Disney, and so like I totally forgot. We haven't done a Carnival one in a while.
Yeah, they have. If you look up on Amazon, cruising ducks, it is a thing, and they have like tons of varieties of little ones, and then you can have tags. So one I thought was really cute was this one. It is actually a bath toy. It's a bed and it has a net, but they used a Carnival Cruise, basically a Carnival Cruise. What do you call them? The split cards as their tag. Then we have another one that used a gold, and it's a sparkly duck. We found some unique ones. There was one I thought was really neat. It was a birthday duck, and he has a little suitcase with a little treat in it.
Oh, that's so cute.
We found a duck pin. We found a unicorn duck. We found a football duck. We found a shark duck. He's like a little shark. Yeah. We found a flamingo, a pig. Somebody made a soap duck, which I thought was brilliant. There's horses, there's cowboys, there's zebras, there's owls, there's a Sherlock duck.
Oh, that's cute.
There's a baseball duck. There's a firefighting duck. And just as a tip, a lot of times, thank you, Miss Queen said, really nice. Sometimes on top of those little boxes, they'll put little red ducks. So you can find them there. You can find them in the elevators. We actually found a gold duck, which I thought was really
wow. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so much variety. That's insane.
But basically what's on them, let me find one that is pretty good. It says, oh, what luck, you found a duck. Keep or hide, you decide. Paste in public places only. No shops, no pools, or hot tubs. So actually, the dining room is fair game. Take a selfie and post it to social media using the hashtag cruising ducks. They have on there the ship name, the date of the cruise, from, so the family name, where they're from. So you can get some from Houston. We've gotten some. Oh, one was from a birthday. That was kind of cute.
Is it the birthday duck?
Yeah, actually it is. It tells like where they're, some of them tell where they're from. And then you get to keep them or you get to decide. So what we did is we collected them in this trip. So we're going to keep some of the unique ones. My husband loves the football duck. So we're going to keep some of the unique ones, and then we're going to hide some others, and we're going to hide some other ones on top of it. The lady at our table hid 50.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it's fun. They can be like in the windowsills. They can be in the elevators. You know, those lights beside the elevators. Sometimes they hide them in there. In the stairways, they hide those in the lights or on the banisters. In the actual hallways up above in the lights, that's actually where I found the scrubby duck. This one, he was actually up in the lights. My husband found a few of those. So it is a thing. So
okay. Well, next time I know. Now I know what it is. I didn't know what it was, so I was just like, oh, it's so cute. He's like, put it back. No, somebody. He's like, put it back. I was like, it has a note on it. It can't.
We're supposed to be,
but somebody else found it at least. So that was
good. Hobby Hubby, yes, it is a thing, and yes, you can find it, and yes, you can enjoy. So some of the ports, Key West, most of them were U.S. territories, so they were a little more expensive than I like. I like going shopping, and so we're planning to stick to the Western Caribbean for the shopping portion versus the Eastern. Except for like the Bahamas. The Bahamas is pretty inexpensive. And Amber Cove, which is Dominican Republic, was very well priced. We were able to do like Key West, we went shopping. It was
we've been to Key West one time. We really liked it though.
Mm-hmm. It's very nice, very clean. And I was kind of surprised because I know the hurricanes hit them a while ago, but they turned out really well. All the ports were very well put together. A makeup mom and son here in the background at work. Hi, makeup mom and son. But yeah, we went, and then Amber Cove. we did one of my favorite things. That we did the waterfalls at Damahagua and Monkey Land.
That's pretty. The
So
monkey, the monkeys, I think, is what stood out the most to everybody, though, because like you started posting those, everybody's just like, "Oh my gosh, that's hilarious."
I love monkeys. And okay, we'll do the falls first. So first of all, if you ever do this cruise and you do this particular excursion, be aware there is a lot of walking. Literally, I swear our guide Wander was trying to kill us. 1,000 steps up and back down a little bit to get to the falls. You have to like go up, around, over, and down. And it's
Oh,
literally
wow.
1,000 steps, which includes at the very end, you going
Did
down.
you have a pedometer on, or did he tell you how many steps
He
it
told
was?
us already.
Oh, did he?
No, we did stop along the way, so they didn't totally kill us. But yeah, our paparazzi was Tito and our guide was Wander, and both were amazing, super funny guys. But yeah, they do this all the time. So I swear they've got legs of steel, but the rest of us probably needed oxygen. And at the end, you have to climb down this like rickety ladder, which is very nerve wracking because I used to be a catastrophe adjuster. So I'm used to climbing, but that ladder made me nervous.
Oh my
And I was
gosh.
first. So there's that. And then, and then, so by the time we got there, my face was like bright red because I was so hot. And you jump into this water, which I swear is close to 32 degrees as it can possibly get because it was cold. I'm not just talking cold. I'm
So you
talking
get some,
frigid cold.
what do they call that? Cryotherapy, where like you get really, you jump in the cold water to like make your body go into shock, so it kickstarts your immune system.
Something like that. But the rest of them, you go down these like there's like 7 waterfalls, and they're just like little rock waterfalls, which is really cool. So it's like a super slide. So you get to go down them. It's really neat. And sometimes you kind of lose underneath the rock and you're kind of midair as you're going down.
Oh, wow.
So it's fun. The guys were funny. Tito would be like, I think he was trying to kill himself. He would jump off and push off the wall and just barely miss the other wall as he went down.
Oh my gosh.
They do it every day, but I'm
But
like,
they used to do it, yeah.
it was fun. And like I
He
said,
really enjoys like scaring the tourists at this point too.
I'm like, don't kill yourself. We're not worth it. But I
He's
told
like, watch me jump off a bridge. It's okay.
something like that. And Gaming Plus TV.
Hey, give me plus TV. Hey, thank you. Like number 5. Thank you.
But it was great. I totally recommend it. If you're going to do it, have at it. It's fun. Totally would do it again. And then Monkey Land, which is my favorite because I collect monkeys, in case y'all haven't guessed. Like I said, there are about 43 running around this house somewhere or another. And they take you into this big cage, and then they take you into the actual enclosure, which has, I swear, like 20 to 30 little monkeys in it. They're so cute. Some are like babies, some are little. There is, I guess, like they have them in like groups. So there's like one alpha for each of the groups. And I'm like, dude was busy because 30 little monkeys, and they're adorable. Got like these little itty bitty fingers, and they sprinkle seeds on you, like on your head and stuff. And the monkeys just run across. They know that you're there. If you see the they're like all over the guy, and they're like, oh yes, he's bringing food. We know these people. And they just go all over, and they eat like tons of food, and they crawl all over you, and they are just so stinking cute.
They looked adorable. It looked like I was wondering, it's like they were all over y'all's heads at one point. I'm like, what are they doing that they're up there? That's crazy.
Exactly. It's yeah, they're like sprinkling seeds, and then they give you like a little bowl of food, and they're very particular little monkeys on what they're eating out of that bowl too.
Really?
So yeah.
They go through and pick out their favorites.
Exactly. So that was Amber Cove. And then we were going to go to St. Kitts. We were supposed to do like a Jeep safari thing, but they overbooked it.
Oh no.
We got booted. So we ended up going on St. Thomas to Christmas Island snorkel swim, which was actually really good. It was very relaxing. They took us out on this ship. The guys are hysterical. They are funny as all get out. And they get us there, and they take us. There's like a little sunk ship. You can see sea turtles swimming around. You can see fish swimming around. And we have an underwater camera that my husband had. And then I had gotten at, I think it was Key West that I had gotten it, an actual waterproof thing from my phone. So that allowed me to take like videos underwater and do different things. So that was
that's kind of a good thing about snorkeling as opposed to scuba diving, is like you don't go as deep, so you can actually have that kind of thing. That's one thing we actually got scuba certified, and our kids are scuba certified, which is great because like you can go down, for longer and stuff. But yeah, you don't have as much without buying a really expensive underwater camera. You don't have as much options as far as like getting any shots while you're out there. So you just have to remember it. So it's like, that's not gonna happen.
And the yellow, we have like a little yellow underwater, and it attaches to his wrist, and it can go down quite far, which is good, which is why he takes it, because he can go down far. But the truth is, you're not supposed to touch the turtles. The problem is nobody tells the turtles that.
Oh no.
So they're swimming toward us, and we're trying to swim away, yet trying to get a picture of them.
Yeah, that's hard because like, the whole rule is like, not to mess with anything. You don't want to mess up the ecosystem, the plants or anything. And so sometimes they're friendly, especially if they might actually feed them out there to keep them in the area, because little reefs like that, sometimes in those areas that are tourist areas, they'll feed them so that they stay close. So if they see you, yeah.
Now, it was a fun trip. Totally loved it. Like I said, found out that one of our table mates were at the snorkeling thing, so it turned out okay. We got to know some great people at our table. Mornings, though, I don't do mornings well. My family says I don't believe in God before 10 o'clock. So mornings were private for just us, because I focus.
Well, and you can do like the sit down restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Can't you do the sit down restaurant for all the meals if you wanted to, or the buffet? And then there's other options.
Lunch has a sea day brunch, but generally speaking, it's breakfast and lunch, or breakfast and dinner. Totally recommend it. You get 5-star chef going on each night, so it's great.
That's cool. The one thing I do remember as far as food on the Carnival Cruise, we've taken one Carnival Cruise, and I loved the midnight buffet that was like all sweets and chocolate. I was pregnant too, so that was our daughter. I was pregnant with her, so of course I'm just like, heck yeah.
Well, they had an actual, I think it was the last sea day, they had like the chocolate fountain going on.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but they've always got desserts. They've always got ice cream. They've got the Mongolian barbecue one, which is really good. One day, I don't know what they did, because normally Thai barbecue sauce I can have. They like put it on fire. Like my husband even ate it, and he was crying. He's like, no.
It's spicy.
I don't know what they did. It's like they must have messed it with Saskatchewan or whatever, but usually that's one of our top favorites. The pizza was really good. The blue iguana, love making the burritos. Those are really good.
Okay, so for someone who hasn't done one of these in 18 years, what are the different restaurant options if you don't want to do like say just the buffet or the fancier sit down restaurant? Are there other options on there?
There are. Well, there for dinner, there's a steak restaurant that you can purchase, and there's a sushi restaurant where you can purchase. We don't do that. But there is like there's 2 formal eating times. There's 6 and I think 7, or 6 and 8. I think it's 6 and 8. You can choose to eat. We always do the early, because we're usually actually earlier eaters in that. There's also, for this Journeys cruise, a choose your own time that's between 5 and 9. You can actually choose that one. We didn't know about, so that's a tip. There's the blue iguana, which makes like awesome burritos. So kind of like
Freebirds.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking of. Yes, and they're big like that. They're big like that.
Nice.
They're really, really good, and you get to pick what you want. There's like an Italian restaurant, so a spaghetti restaurant that's upstairs from the buffet. There is the like I said, the Mongolian barbecue is only open from 11 to 2, so you got to get it in there. There's also a deli where they make your sandwich, again 11 to 2, so you got to get it in there.
The right time, yeah. Okay.
There's Guy's barbecue, which is good. A little greasy for me, but it's actually pretty good if you enjoy it. They have the best fries though. Guy's has the best fries. It's like the spicy fries.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there's always ice cream available.
Yay. That's always one of our favorites.
Always. There's frozen yogurt and there's soft serve. So I always do the frozen yogurt, and I do it Dairy Queen style, where you've got it and you push it down, it fills up, and you kind of just push it up in levels. And I can get that sucker. I've gotten it like 5 or 6 inches tall. So yeah.
That's awesome.
I see how high I can get them. But yeah, no, cruises are fun. Totally recommend them. We're looking forward to our next one. Like I said, if you can do a Journeys cruise, they're even better because everything's a little bit more laid back. Even the crew is kind of a little more laid back because they know that you're with them for a while, you know. So they try to take care of you. You take care of your steward will take care of you. It's always a good tip. We always do the gratuities, and then we do sometimes over. And then this time what we brought with us for our wait staff, which is the head waiter and usually two servers help him. And then the steward, and usually they have at least one or two people helping them, is a little Reese's Pieces box. Because what Super Hubby and I do is we play Texas Hold'em sometimes on those slow points with this bag of Reese's Pieces that we've had for like 5 years. And any of the staff that's in there are always like, what are those? Where did you get those? What are those? Because they've never seen them. It's been a while. So we give them that as kind of a special treat.
I have actually heard somebody say that giving them candy bars whenever they work on the cruise ship because they don't get a chance to really get off and shop and get stuff is a good thing. Yeah, tipping is good. A lot of people don't think about it whenever they're booking the price of the cruise. You kind of have to roll that in. It's like eating at a restaurant. You count in the tip as part of the bill. It's just going to be part of it because they really do take better care of you and a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they're gone from their families for months and months and months. So, you know, it helps too.
Do you have to pay for drinks? That was one thing I remember about the Carnival Cruise
stuff
drinks. Okay.
You do. If you're gold though, you get a free one on the last sale date after 5. If you're platinum and I think diamond, you get a free sea day brunch drink, but you have to get it on sea day brunch. Also platinum, you get like a chocolate delight, which is strawberries dipped in chocolate. You get a pin from gold up. You get laundry services from platinum up. You get there's a lot of little, there's like a captain's cocktail party for platinum and up, and they're one guest. So there's a lot of benefits in there. You just got to figure out what they are. But we're over time, unfortunately.
Yes.
But definitely, if you're looking for somewhere that will disconnect you, there is no phone, no internet unless you want it. That's the beauty of it. So that's why I do it, and I unplug it and I enjoy it. So next week, we're going to be here, same time, same place, but we're going to have a guest with us. We're going to have our first guest, Scott Smith of Comic Conroe.
Yay.
Comic Conroe will be March 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Yes, it is spring this year. They usually did it in summer, so this will be the first year that it's in spring. I'm actually really glad that they changed it to then, so that'll be awesome.
It's a Stranger Things theme, my fave. So super excited about it. Looking forward to it. I'll be helping run the floor like I normally do. Super Hubby will be there running like security and errands. So, and taking care of the guests. So you'll see us running around, and Mombi will be there. So in the meantime, you can catch us again. Like I said, you can check out the video. It's on Magic Making Mischief playlist, and it's 15 minutes. You can check it out, and we will see you guys next week. So get your wands to the ready as we go ahead and say that mischief